Earlier this summer, the Niagara IceDogs underwent a major shakeup in the front office. Team owner Darren DeDobler took a step back from day-to-day operations. Former GM Wes Consorti will serve as the executive liaison between DeDobler and the club's operational leadership, and the entire coaching staff was let go. This week, the team made its first move in rebuilding the front office. They hired Frank Evola, the former director of scouting and hockey operations, to be the 6th general manager in IceDogs history. And joining me now in the Niagara is the new Niagara IceDogs' newest general manager, Frank Evola. Frank, thanks so much for joining us today. You spent a lot of time in two of the premier organizations in the OHL with Oshawa and Windsor. How do you think that's helped you to get ready for this specific job?
Yeah, I think it's helped me immensely in being in this position and learning from quality people with both organizations and their standards of off ice and on ice product, and just being surrounded myself with a good core people around the organization, starting with ownership and hockey people, and how we built a family oriented culture.
And so, have you already been in touch with some of the players at all?
Yeah, I've been in touch with numerous amount of players, had some conversation just to get a feel for myself and make them comfortable with myself, introducing myself, and kind of telling them what we're doing moving forward.
What was the reaction from players?
I think most players were kind of excited about the new challenge and new direction we're going into, and they've had some questions, and hopefully I answer those questions to their liking.
So over the next couple of months, what are the top priorities?
Yeah, I think there's a ton of work to be done, but ultimately my first task is reaching out to the players and families, and obviously we have to put a hockey operations staff together, starting with the coaching staff. We have good people in place as a strength and conditioning coach, our athletics therapist, our equipment managers. That's all in place, which is great. But ultimately, we have to start with the head coach and move it forward.
Okay, well, you just led right into my next question. So where are you at in the terms of the process of finding that head coach, and can you tell us anything?
Yeah, I mean, they're coming at all angles in all directions, and coaches from all over, from Western Canada to the Quebec League to Tier 2 leagues to colleges. So there's, I want to be fair to everybody and try to give everybody a kind of some time here and give it a good collective thought. And I've had a lot of conversations over the phone with numerous candidates moving forward. So we're going to narrow it down here soon, but there's no real hurry to make that decision. It's a decision that I think it's important for the direction moving forward.
What has the interest been like? It sounds like there's been a lot of interest in this position.
Yeah, I think there's a ton of interest because of the team and the change and ultimately the environment around the team and the fan base, the arena is second to none. I think we can get this back on the tracks sooner than later. But there's always a short-term goal and there's always a long-term goal. As a general manager, I have to look at the short-term goals and obviously the long-term goals. I've been part of two organizations where we've gone through some ups and downs. Like from Windsor, we went from three division titles to a trying season 2 years ago. But we got right back on the rails and got to division last year. So there's work to be done, but I'm looking forward to it.
So there have been, we all know here in the Niagara region, issues over the past couple of seasons. How do you navigate through some of that and bring that fan support back to the IceDogs?
Yeah, ultimately there has to be a change for the better, or for players, and a change for the better for us. So that's more or less that. And I have to build trust with people. People have to trust the process, what I'm speaking about. I'm not going to change this overnight. It's not all about me. It's about a collaboration group together that visions the same vision that I have and aligns myself with what I think moving forward. So it starts with me, it starts with the head coach, it starts with, ownership with Darren. I have a lot of conversations with Darren, and they've given me the trust in this job and moving forward, and developing trust. And the community, I know they've been damaged, they've been hurt, but it can be repaired like everything else.
And so for you, what does success look like moving forward?
Yeah, everybody thinks success is judged by wins and that type of stuff. But I think it's the culture. I think it's the environment. I think it's something that the kids enjoy coming to the rink. It's called accountability. It's called hard work. It's called relationships. I think that's the biggest part moving forward here. We might take some lumps here, or we might not, but I envision the long-term goals here of being a real positive environment instead of what we're hearing in the past. I'm not thinking about what happened in the past. I'm looking forward. I'm not. I don't want to really talk about too much of the past because it is the past. I want to think about the positives that we have here, like Ethan Zada getting drafted in the second round, moving forward here, probably in the NHL. Ryan Robrek being a high-quality draft pick next year, and Kevin He and Brady Waslin and Gallianov and the European draft that we're looking forward to. And I've had a ton of connections with high quality people to get some players in here to help us not only short term but long term. But so it's a vision. It's a lot of work. I've been on my phone nonstop. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's in a positive way.
Awesome. Well, we love to hear, keep it positive. All the luck to you. We'll have to have you back when the season starts. Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.